Alright, everybody. Welcome to Watkins Glen Inspire Racing League Arca Series. Comes to this track tonight where anybody's a favorite. Last week's winner goes around, but right now it's fastest in practice. It'll be Colton Ward. We'll be getting him in the booth here in a few minutes. Pre-race favorites. Shane Harr is always fast on road courses. He looks to get his first win in the Arca Menard, or the Arca Menard, in the Inspired Arca Series. Aaron Stanton trying to get win number 3 right now. He goes 5th quickest, 1.5 seconds off the lead. There's a
good job, Booger.
As we have we got a minute to go here in practice number 1. There we go.
One pad track now.
Oh! 94-27 around, and this is that means 10-minute qualifying's up next. Last week's winner, Colton Ward. He would appear to be the first one that's going to post a qualifying lap unless he spins out. This track's definitely going to shake up the points. Speaking of the points, coming into tonight, Aaron Stanton, Stephen Henning, and Cody Lumpton right now hold the top 3 spots in the playoffs for the most wins. Jordan Jorno, Justin Millicar, Elijah Fisher, Michael Boger, and Chris Liotta, who is not here tonight, are the top 8. Mike Hauser, Cade Cannon, both looking in. Shane Harr as well, Levi Ramsey, Darcy Har, who is not here tonight as well, all looking to make up these points tonight. You see Ward now. Actually, Stephen Henning's going to post the top lap, but it ain't going to be by much. Henning goes first on the board. Or he should be anyway. No, it was Ward. Colt Ward 1.1116, the time to beat right now. Mike Hauser goes third, the 94's holding second, only a tenth off. See Berger holding the fifth position. Jorno goes in sixth. Jordan knocked down to seventh. Liza Fisher went third. Shane Har not showing it, but he did spin in the entrance of one. He'll have to restart. Got 6.5 minutes for everybody to post a lap if they're going to. Meanwhile, last week's winner, Colton Ward, does he improve his time? Survey says he does. Colton Ward picks it up by 0.5 of a second. Stephen Henning in the DeWalt Ford Mustang, looking to get something out of his second lap. And just to emphasize something, after the cut race at Sonoma with all the cautions, the admins had a long talk, the officials I should say, about it. If there's a caution, it will be for 3 cars or more tonight. If 3 cars or more wreck or spin, that's the caution. Two cars, it's up to race control. If it's deemed a hazard tonight, then he'll get thrown. Solo car spins out of the question tonight. See now, who is that? Justin Millicar in the 48. Apparently none of Millicar's laps passed. Looking, no, they did not. So Justin Millicar just out joyriding. Shane R had issues in his first laps. Going to see if this lap's going to count. Shane R, 5th quickest. He will shut it down. Let's look back at some of the issues while we got 4 minutes, and we'll get a word with Colton Ward. There ain't really many, actually. Let's I gotta be told to advance the session, otherwise I cannot.
No, Justin.
Let's get last week's winner. Colton Ward, you got a copy.
Hello.
Last week's winner starting in a pretty good spot. How does the track feel tonight?
It's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot.
You reckon that's going to play a factor tonight as far as handling? Does the car feel like it wants to slide all over the place, or how does it feel?
Um, I guess I would worry about exiting one, exiting the carousel, and exiting turn 7. Those are the turns you kind of spin out in.
All right, buddy. Like I said, last week's winner. You're looking at this here. Well, not playoff eligible due to the starting late in the season, I believe. But you're just looking right now. Go 2 in a row here, rack up wins, make everybody in points life harder, pretty much. All right, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight. Looking to go 2 in a row. Colton Ward starting on pole. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Let's see. Get Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins. How you doing? Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going ahead and getting interviews out the way here. Fourth quickest so far. Colton Ward said there's a few turns out there with it being hot that they could be troublesome. Are you experiencing the same thing with the loose off?
It's a little bit too early to tell, but once you start playing some rubber on the track, it kind of starts to slicken or grip up. So we'll just have to pay attention. I mean, every corner is different. Some of them get better, some of them get worse. I think overall it's already feeling a little bit slick out there, but I don't think it's going to be. I think that's more of a challenge, a little bit more fun, you know.
Yeah. You know, you're coming in here 6th in points tonight. Is there any added pressure to that, or is it just business as usual tonight?
We just got to prevent what happened from, last week there and try to finish our races. And, it's about starting from lap 1 good and finishing lap 60 and everything in between there. So, got to get from point A to point B. And I think, part of the reason we're a little bit lower in the points is obviously our incident last week. We had a DQ, and we just got to prevent those from happening this season. Just race our race, be smart, be clean.
All right, buddy. Elijah Fisher will be rolling off 4th here tonight. Appreciate your time. Oh, and also I ain't gonna be. I don't think I need to extend make it a 2-lap thing.
Just do.
Yeah. Okay. All right, buddy. All right. Good luck. Got time for another one here. Let's get Steven in. Steven Henning, Garrett Jenkins got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, buddy, you're gonna be. If I ain't mistaken, you're gonna be starting on the. You're gonna be starting on the out. You're gonna be starting on the outside here for turn 1, I believe. Is there gonna be any added pressure to getting run off, or do you expect everybody to be a little bit respectful going into one for this?
I'm hoping they go respectful, but I mean, I've seen it where I think that, and then they just go in there buck wild and come out with less drivers than they went in there with. But I'm hoping that we can get in there and get out safe. Got a good guy start beside me there, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm not too worried about the people behind me. It's just everybody needs to stay cool, calm, and collected going into the first few turns. Let everything kind of figure itself out and go from there.
All right, buddy. You are one of the 3 drivers that come into tonight safe with that one win. Is tonight more about? Do you have any comfort for tonight being secured, or is it still? Is there still a little bit of pressure being knocked out of the top 3 here, especially if there's a new winner?
I'm definitely not really looking at points. Really, I'm just kind of going after it for the wins here and doing all that and being there when it matters. But yeah, I'm more nervous because got my niece's birthday a few days back, and then I got mine tomorrow. So trying to put it in the victory lane for the both of us.
All right, buddy. Well, we hope you can do that. We look forward to hopefully talking to you at the end of this race. That's Steven Hitting rolling off second here tonight. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. About the only one who does come in here safe, I believe, would be Aaron Stanton with them 2 wins. Gonna get one more driver in here, probably. But before we do anything, we got to do the race information here. All right, everybody, welcome to Watkins Glen. You get 3 sets of tires. That includes the ones that you have on, so 2 extra in the pit, 60 laps. Pace car speed, 60 mile an hour. Pit road is 40. You get 1 fast repair. There's 30 incident points, or incident penalties, I should say. Best of luck to everybody. Good luck tonight. Here's your race information tonight, folks. 2.2 miles, located in Watkins Glen. The Watkins Glen International Speedway has always put on thrillers. Tonight should be no different here. And you gotta look at the starting grid. Colt Ward on pole tonight. Steven Hitting second. The 94 will start third. Elijah Fisher fourth. Shane Harr fifth. Mike Hauser sixth. Cade Cannon seventh. Michael Boger eighth. AJ Thompson ninth. Jordan Jorno in 10th. Justin Millicar that was not able to post a lap. Neither was Aaron Stanton. Apparently we're going to add a lap. Okay, so apparently we're going to add a lap, so we're going to get more interviews in here.
So, what did we add a lap for?
And Aaron Stanton 12th, and Jesse Glover.
2.5 minutes around the road course.
Let's see, issues already starting to flare up.
Sorry, that's what we've been doing.
Let's get in Mike Hauser. He's not the best one looking to capitalize on the point situation tonight. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins, got a copy.
7-4, I got you, Garrett.
Well, buddy, you're one of few drivers tonight who can capitalize on the points here tonight. With Chris Lauder not being here, you're the next closest one to getting into that top 8. Is that any added pressure, or does that give you a little bit of comfort?
I'm not sure. I guess it's hard to say. I'm a little bit in the middle there. I was talking to Elijah about, tonight's race, and I think Watkins Glen is one of those tracks where it's easy to learn, hard to master, and it's really hard to get an advantage on your competition here. So I wouldn't say it's a bad track for me, but it's definitely not like one of my best tracks. So we're just gonna try to take care of it tonight and see where we end up.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight. Mike Hauser will be rolling off in. Let's see if I can find it. We'll be rolling off 5th here tonight. Appreciate your time, Mike.
Thank you.
Yep. Right on board now with Mike Hauser, as a matter of fact. You see the field. Going through the bus stop's going to be one of the tricky ones tonight. Pit strategy could very well play a hand into determining the night. Again, I am going to reiterate on behalf of race control. After the race with Sonoma, it was deemed official that tonight, if 3 cars are involved in a wreck, being a spin or into the wall, if there's 3 cars involved in an incident, that will be the caution. 2 cars up to race control's discretion, which is myself. 1 car spins, whatnot. It's probably not. More than likely there will not be a caution. Turn 1 is going to be one of them that does the side and through the S's, the bus stop. All trouble spots. with that being said, the field is in the hands of last week's winner, Colton Ward. And we're rolling for Watkins Glen. Down there, turn one, little hiccup. Down through the carousel. Everybody appears to get through it clean. On board with Elijah Fisher. Looking back at Mike Hauser, he's already dropped several positions already at the start. We got one car. Had dirt flying. Shane Horse slow on the racetrack. This Colton Ward will lead the first lap.
Bummer, hold the brake.
We got one car around.
Right, Shane, and then literally the next lap. No, I recommend no.
Michael Berger off track. Well, we got a break in the action. Let's see what happened. I just lined up the brakes, got in there too hot.
Damn hard, man.
Michael Berger already not having the race that he wanted tonight. Colton Ward still leads Stephen Henning. And we got one car around. AJ Thompson in the carousel. Keeping it green, one car. It's already proven to be an eventful race here at Watkins Glen. Top four separated by just over one and a half seconds. Ward, Henning, Fisher. The top three. Of course, Colton Ward's last week's winner. Trying to repeat here tonight. He is not, due to him joining late in the playoffs, or late in the playoffs, due to him joining late in the season via the rules. He is not playoff eligible, so right now he's just trying to be the thorn in the side of all the drivers who right now are eligible for the playoffs. I know it's early in this league, but it's never too early to be getting ready for the postseason. And right now, Colton Ward is showing why he's a force to be reckoned with next season. Well, let's see what the lap time. See what the lap time looks like. Actually, Stephen Henning was faster the last two laps. So Stephen Henning might have something for the driver to 42. You're right on board with Steven now through the last half of this racetrack. Really off the gas. Down into the final two turns here. You can hear him being very patient on the gas. A little sideways coming off the corner. Drivers were talking about how it's being slick, and right now Elijah Fisher's posted the fastest lap in third of a 111.211. So right now, does the driver of the 4 have anything for the field tonight? Of course, and he talked about it at the beginning of the show. How he feels like that how the season started, and last week especially with the DNF at Auto Club. He felt like that's the reason why he's not as safe as what others are going into the playoffs, or right now in the playoff standings. There's still plenty of time left in the season to improve and lock himself in. But meanwhile, the driver of the 42, Colton Ward, leads with 55 laps. Go Stephen Hennig, all out of shape. Hang on to her, buddy. We're back here now with the only multi-time winner this season. Aaron Stanton accomplished this feat by sweeping Daytona and Richmond. The first 2 races of the season, he is the only one who right now is safe. As far as playoff goes, we got a little incident here, a couple 4X's. What happened? It's to Jordan. Okay, a little sideways. Jordan slammed on brakes, trying to miss him. Good save by the 84. Running right now in 9th. He is the highest running of the drivers in the points. That's not locked in. That does not have a guarantee. He's the highest of the point guys for the playoffs right now. Get a quick math here. Trying to get my words out. Yeah, Jordan comes into this race 35 points to the good over 8th place. It was probably going to change tonight. Well, ain't no probably. It will change tonight. As we go forward through the remaining part of the season. See right now, top 3 separated by just over a second. Henning trying to close. He's got pressure from the 4, his teammate, I should say. Of Elijah Fisher here. You see now the battle for first. Which right now really ain't much of a battle. It's more the battle for second. Because right now Ward holding a very comfortable lead at the moment. You see now Ward now, as Elijah Fisher's made the pass for second over Stephen Henning. Ward coming up on the lap car of Jesse Glover. Put him 1 lap down. You're right on board with the 42. Michael Boger fans, he has returned to the racetrack. They're currently positioned 1 lap down as 42 of Colt Ward has put the 96 a lap down. Give it a run through the field real fast as we have 51 laps to go this time. See, right now there's the battle for third. Not third. There we go. Stephen Henning trying to defend third from the 94. Stephen Henning did start on outside pole. Right now as Elijah Fisher's around. He gets it rolling. What happened to the driver to number 4? Let's go back and look at it. Just trying to get too much out of the car. Back up real quick and look at it here. Trying to get too much out of the car. Trying to get to the 42. Just comes around. Beautiful save. He did a great job not running into the barricade. But now he's got to worry about them tires being heated up. We'll see if the driver to 4 of Elijah Fisher can rebound. Didn't lose a lot. Well, lost a significant amount of track time, but didn't lose many positions out of that. See if he can rebound. That will give second back to Stephen Henning Jr. Another one of them drivers looking for points tonight would be the 21 of Shane Har. As he comes into the standings tonight, 11th in the points. He did gain a spot last week. And coming into this race, the driver of the number 21 Toyota sits 24 points out of the 8th seed. Of course, the top 8, when the playoff starts, top 8 drivers in points will get in. Long way to go. It's going to be interesting as right now you see Shane trying to work on Aaron Stanton now. Mike Hauser sitting back there. But still, Colton Ward leading with a 3.3 second lead over Stephen Henning. Right now with the field being strung out like they are, more or less coming into a field strategy game. Who can make the pit strategy work? See if we can't see what's going on here through the rest of the field. Look for some battles here. Hitting right now, holding off the 94. Elijah Fisher has managed to scoot away from Aaron Stanton and Shane Har. Here's the battle for the 5th spot. Har taking it through the S's this time. Mike Hauser trying to close back there. As Shane a little bit into the guardrail a little bit. You can already tell that car's got just a little bit of damage. Get rid of the pylon here. A little bit of damage to the right front of that car. Got to wonder, is that affecting him aerodynamically? Is the handling of the car not suited his best right now? Right now he's making it work to the best of his ability. Stanton now either trying to save or not. Got to get the scoring pylon back up here. There we go. Anyway, look at the top of the screen. Stephen Henning Well, he has started to cut into that lead just a little bit. Look at the last couple lap times. Got to go in the. There we go. And actually hitting a couple tenths slower the last lap. Gonna keep this little overlay up and see what it says this time. Coming to complete lap 13 and start lap 14. Gonna be 47 laps to go this time. And Henning was 2 tenths faster that lap, so Stephen Henning trying to slowly cut into the lead of Colton Ward. Sector times. Track's divided into 3 sectors. Ward just ran the fastest sector so far, hitting off by 2 tenths. See does hitting improve in sector 2. Ward again faster in sector 1. It might. Of course, it's Stephen Henning that holds the fastest lap now. Ward might be in contention to take that point away for the time being. And he does. So Colton Ward takes the fastest lap of the race so far tonight. You see the fastest lap that everybody ran on the scoring pylon right now. Meanwhile, the battle back for fifth kind of ain't really narrowed up, about the same. This is a typical thing with road courses. You know, everybody gets spread out. Right now, Shane Hart's fastest lap is a 1:11.96. See Ward close to that wall off exit. Hitting in hot pursuit, and right now just little run through the field. Aaron Stanton. Great thing for Stan right now is he is sideways coming off the final corner. He is the biggest mover of this race. Right now, after starting in the rear, as he has now gotten around to 21 of Shane Hart again. Yes, sir. Both these two drivers, the 21 and the 27, been here since the league's inception. Both seem to bring the best out of each other every time they're on track. And you see Shane Hart now side by side for the lead. Not for the lead, but for fifth. So Aaron Stanton, two wins this season. Daytona Richmond, as mentioned earlier, and he will concede the spot back to the 21. As that has brought Mike Hauser into the mix. So a 3-car battle for fifth. Side by side again. On board now with the 27. Hard takes it back. At Mike Hauser. Aaron trying to close through the bus stop, not able to get it. Going to try to make up some of that time in the carousel. Not able to so far. See right now the center times for these three drivers. Who's going to be faster here? Shane Harr is. So driver to 21 trying to make up some time here. Get back up there to the lead, but right now he's got a tall order, 22 seconds behind race leader Colton Ward, who has opened up his lead to about 4 seconds now over Stephen Hitting. As you see, they're coming up on the lap car now of AJ Thompson. You can't quite see him yet. Right now, Elijah Fisher done a pretty alright job of recovering from the spin earlier. Off the carousel, holding fourth. I think right now he's just trying to hold on to fourth. Jorno, the battle for 8th between him and Cade. That Sitco 84 car, beautiful paint job. Front end's a little dented on it. Probably from the contact earlier with the 9. You see Cannon now looking to the inside. Weren't able to get there, falls back in line. Cannon sends it in on the last quarter. See battle back there. Boger trying to. Well, the battle back there is not for position. That's just the Miller car and Michael Boger. Michael Boger 1 lap down as Jordan overshoots turn 1. That'll give the lead. Not the lead. That'll give 8th to Cade Cannon. Right now with that little hiccup in turn 1, Jorno starting to fall into the clutches of the 84 Justin Miller car. Michael Boger again not for positions. He is 1 lap down. Justin Miller car new paint this week. Comes in, I believe, 7th in points. We'll confirm that right now. And then he comes in 5th in points after jumping up 3 spots from last week from Auto Club. Meanwhile, Stephen Hitting still trying to cut into that lead. He's knocked about 2/10 off from the last update. Still a long way to go as the 94 is starting to reel him in. See, hold the dirt flying off the tires back there down the front straightaway. Into turn number 1. Hitting smooth, the 94 smooth. Right on board with the Toyota nose cam. Jordan Jorno will be in this time. Yeah. Head off here. I apologize. This sound's been quiet for the last third of the race. Because right now, pit strategies appear to be working.
21 business.
The numerous drivers.
43 pit in.
Heck, all the.
27 business.
Okay, so the majority of the field's going to be pitting this time. So there's the 12, the 94. You see the 4 coming in. 21 will be in this time as well. As the 42 has stayed out this time, he might be coming in next time by. But right now, driver's trying to flip the strategy game. Either flip it, or they've reached, or they're just trying to run it dry. So you look here. Of course, this hasn't updated yet. Colton Ward still out on track, but this should update the next couple of laps. It's pretty much the top 8 has pitted so far. We'll check back in on that here in a few. As the 42 is in this time. So the question is now, will a 43, not the 43, will a 94 be able to close up any gap? I don't think so. Already putting the left sides on the car, the right sides on, different pit road.
New tires feel worse than the old ones. What the hell?
We apologize. We apologize for that language.
You should say that.
AJ Thompson, black flag on pit road.
48 this time.
Colton Ward holds on to the lead, 4.3 seconds over 94. Stephen Henning loses 1 spot after the pit stop, back in 3rd. Elijah Fisher, Shane Harr keep their 4th and 5th positions. Aaron Stanton does lose 6th to Mike Hauser. As Cade Cannon and Justin Millicar are both in, so we're going to see if Jordan Jorno can gain any of them 2 spots back with 38 laps to go. So we know that we can go about 22 laps on a tank of gas. 38 laps to go. Our drivers going to try to save just that little bit extra to go, maybe another lap or so, or some short pit going to play in. I'll go ahead and say this. They're going to need to think of something to knock off the 42 here tonight. Shade Harris spun it.
Garrett, review on the 21 recently.
What happened to the 21? Let's see here.
Garrett?
Reviewing it now. Let's see. 96, maybe a little bit of a checkup, a little bit sooner. And race control has their verdict. After review, 96 may have checked up just a little bit sooner than what would normally be considered the braking zone, which caused the 21 to lock his brakes up and spin out. With that being said, back to the race set. Thought I heard something. Anyway. Right now, still Colton Ward out in front. The 94 has cut into the lead about 3/10 We're right at the 4-second mark, but right now it just looks like it's all Colton Ward's to lose. See if the driver input would tell us anything. So this little line at the bottom, as the line goes up, for what I interpret, just shows how much he's on and off the gas. Of course, it does it the opposite way. So right now, as he goes down, he's on the brakes. As then the throttle picks up.
What happened to that?
And we have more issues apparently. There's Shane Har. Got on the rumble strips and just the way it goes. So Shane Har not having the race that he wanted tonight. And Shane Har done for the night. So unfortunate end to one of the drivers who needed a good run. He should be racing his second race on the Raging Idiot Racing Network, Midnight Racing League tonight.
Peg low.
Does have its race. So we got a scrap going on back there. As they go to just a Millicar, trying to get out of the way of the top 3 or 34th. As we got an issue, 96 around. No harm, no foul. Tough night for Jesse Glover tonight. 3 laps down. Jorno had a 2X or something. See what it was about. I just clicked the guardrail. Jorno, another one of them. He's the safest on points as far as anybody coming into the night, running 8. Just trying to survive tonight. 34 laps to go. As there's the leader. Colton Ward aims to put Jorno and Cannon down 1 lap. Elijah Fisher, what happened to Fisher? He took a big spin. Little kiss at the wall right there at the last corner. Still doesn't hurt Fisher none. Running in 4th. 17 seconds behind Colton Ward. About 17 or 18 seconds, maybe give or take, somewhere in that range, in front of Mike Hauser. Steven Henning, outside pole sitter. 10 seconds behind. Another one then trying to have a decent points night.
Colton, I'll let you take the inside before you get there.
See now Colton Ward. See what the top speed is down the long straightaway. 50, 60 maybe. Hear the rumble strips as he goes over them. So he looks to put the 84 Jordan Jorno 1 lap down. Jorno will give it to him. Of course, Colton Ward, last week's winner at Auto Club. Ever since he's joined this league, has been bad fast. Definitely showing it tonight. Again, one of the promising prospects for next season. Right now, here's the battle for 5th. Mike Hauser and Aaron Stanton. There's a round on board with Mike looking back at Aaron. The last 5 laps, Stanton's been just a tiny bit faster. We'll see what it says this lap. Stanton still faster.
Yeah, just pull up. Yeah, that's cool.
Do we have an issue? Maybe? See what's going on with the 12. Nothing out doing there.
I'm gonna break early, take the inside.
So right now, back to the battle with the 27. Or was with the 27. And the 43. Of course, Aaron Stanton, the biggest mover to race up 6 spots that you're not posting a qualifying lap.
Alright, Steven, I've let the last 2 who got by me take the inside in that race early, so for you, I'm gonna park the bus.
See now, Hunter Ward trying to put Cade Cannon a lap down.
Doesn't shock me. Kidding.
She'll try to put Michael Boger 2 laps down. Cannon now to the inside of got to the inside of Michael Boger, able to put some space between them. Michael Boger already 1 lap down. He's right back on board with the 42 again. Of course, the longer that the 42 stays behind these, does it cut into the time between him and the 94. See there, big gain through the bus stop. See the 20 now. Does he concede the spot? Not yet. Now he does. That hit a 94, cut about 5 more tenths into the 5-second lead. The 42's got to navigate around the 9 of Cade Cannon. See now, looks to the outside of Cannon now, entering the S's, and he's got it. So back to the round. So back to the pit stops earlier. You see the 42 did go 1 lap extra than the top 2. That's probably more than likely how he was able to conserve the lead. So we know you can go about 21, 22 laps on a tank of gas. By the looks of it, I don't have that exact data at my disposal at the moment, but just by that length, so you go about 21, 22 laps. They're working. They're going to be coming to 26 to go. So if we base that off the leader, there will be,
Thank you.
there had to be some green flag pit stops, maybe between 6 laps and 4 laps to go in this race. Or could some drivers be rolling the dice? Could some be saving? See back there, 94. Navigate through as here comes Stephen Henning as Kay Cannon off track. Close call, but good driving by the driver in the 9.
Wow, not even a thank you. I thought Canadians were supposed to be nice.
I mean, you're not.
Ow.
See now Stephen Henning trying to make up some ground.
Damn, got tired.
10 seconds back of the leader.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Right now the gap now 5.6 with 25 laps to go with this 60 lap race. From Watkins Glen has been all to 42 for the opening lap. But they're still around the pit stops. At least one more. There's Steve Henning. Meanwhile, that battle for fifth kind of tightened up a little bit between Stanton and Hauser. Right on board with the 43. Stanton sends it in hard. He's all over the back bumper, looking to the inside. Hauser able to hold him off for the moment. Now Stanton looking to the inside, blends back in as they go into turn number 1. Didn't want to dive bomb it. A little bit of a higher entry for the 27. As the 4, more issues for Elijah Fisher. That'll move Hauser and Stanton into the top 5. Now Elijah Fisher looks to try to get back into it. See if So Stanton not quicker than Hauser, only by a smidge. But sector 3 it was. Looks to the inside again. Thinks better of it. We'll see what he looked like in turns 1 or sector 1. We gotta let him get there first. See what now is that Wrangler 43 all. That 27 all over the back. Stanton is faster through that first sector. Down through the bus stop, he lets off a little bit. Well, we switched. That time Stanton a big drop, 4/10 off sector 2. But he makes up for it through this corners. Didn't really get to run there, about even off. But it is quicker in sector 3. Right now we're just going to focus in on this battle as it's still Colton Ward holding a 6-second lead over the 94 and the 12. Back behind him, 10 seconds back. So unless something happens to that 42, it's going to be interesting to see how this race plays out. But right now you see Mike Hauser has opened that gap up just a little bit. And then you look back at Elijah Fisher down 2 spots from the start of the race. A little bit of damage to the right side of that car might be some of the
He had a
issue.
chance to win. No, he didn't.
You
I
see,
thought it was like 3 laps.
and Elijah Fisher's in.
Man was a moving roadblock.
So is this a strategy play by the 4 to try to gain any time? We're going to find out as he is in danger of going a lap down at the moment. So there's the 42. And he will indeed put the 4 lap down, and we'll see.
Hi,
As
Well,
AJ
there's-
Thompson off in the gravel. Gets the bat rolling. And yes, the 4 did go a lap down, but he is rolling out of the pits now, so going to be interesting to see if this was a strategy car, if he really needed it. New tires, you ought to be able to cut into the lead here just a little bit. Right now we're 2 back into the battle. Still ain't staying, laying back, probably a second behind. You can see where your favorite manufacturers are running right now. Chevy on top with Colton Ward. See the 94 with Ethan. He is representing Toyota very well here tonight. And Steven Henning and Mike Hauser hold 3rd and 4th for Fords. And then
I think that gravel made me go faster.
you see the
excuse me, Colton?
and Colton Hunter. Well, Colton Ward has just laid down another one of the fastest laps. The 1:10.869. He is actually the first driver.
I mean, some of us do. We just got loose and wrecked ourselves.
He is actually the first driver to hit the 110 range.
He just hasn't had any mistakes.
hell away from me.
Justin Miller car's in. If we go back and look,
Well, sitting in.
and here we go. Here comes the leaders. So either they're strategizing, trying to short pit it, or I miscalculated big time.
Even a little notice.
Either
would've
one of
been
them
nice.
two is very possible.
He did. No.
Did call out.
My apologies. I couldn't hear it over my teammate.
See Steven hitting in
27
now.
today.
Sorry, I'm a bit of a yapper.
So right now the 94 and the 42 are staying out. Looking at 94. Of course, Steven hitting into piss. Mike Hauser has also stayed out. With 18 to go.
84 hitting this time.
42 pit. No, he does not. He stays out again. '94 will be in.
18 going to the top.
Pitting this time.
You hear it over the radio, AJ Thompson off the grass again, sliding wildly, dirt tracking it. He will merge back safely. All these drivers are coming in, voice cracked a little bit, sorry. All these drivers coming in as AJ Thompson, black flag again. That's the second one tonight. Been a rough night for the driver of the number 18. All these drivers pitting, it's going to be anxious to see what a 42 come in this time. With 17 laps to go, coming to 16. He went 22 laps on his first stint. And he will concede. So this should do it for the pit stops.
Nine this time.
You see the gap. For some reason, that does not look like 45 seconds from where he's at on track. Colton Ward re-entering the track, and he will hold on to the lead. Aaron Stanton, what happened to the 27? We've seen cars spin out the whole night in the carousel, but I ain't never seen something like that. Gets on the rumble strips and just loses it. I ain't seen. This is the first time I've seen that at night. Seen drivers lose it in the carousel tonight. Doesn't really hurt Stanton all that much. Still running six.
I just had the craziest day of my life and nobody witnessed it.
Broadcast did.
Now the broadcast knows it.
42 still leading out in front, and pretty much unless he makes a massive mistake, it's all wrapped up. We'll see if we can't find a battle here to entertain us. 43 and the 4 look like they might have something going on here. Indeed they do. Kay Cannon in front on can play 5. Fisher loose way off the turtles. Rumble strip saves it, keeps it back going.
Oh, yeah, Steven, you can thank me for the gravel.
What a save by the 4. Now Fisher looks to the inside. This is the battle for fourth. Right on board now with the fourth, Elijah Fisher. Okay! That's the...
I think that should be something.
And that is the first yellow of the night. With 15 to go, and it is something big.
Man, I'm gonna lap you, Justin. Over there, I would have turned ya.
Oh boy. Let's go back to the rule about there being 3 cars or more involved in a yellow. To throw the caution. Let's go back and look at it. See what happens here.
That's crazy. Now you're telling me I have to fight for this? Whoa, who are you people?
That's
Who are
hard to
you?
call.
I haven't seen you all day.
I didn't even realize I was fighting for the lucky dog, but I'll take it.
Just letting you know, 42, to be careful with that, 'cause that's an off track, so just an FYI.
What happened?
The what?
Alright, such a commercial break is
I
over.
wonder if I can make it back in time on like Sonoma.
We don't have an F1 driving the pace car, so we should be okay.
Jordan Jorno will get
Here,
away
just
from...
remember, Lucky, or the free pass guy has to be with the field in order for us to go green. He's allowed to also make a stop, so if you have to extend it that one lap, we have to.
10-4, copy that. Jordan Jorno will receive the free pass. Well, for Colton Ward,
Think of a battle we were having, by the way, Mike. That was fun.
well, for Colton Ward, it's a gut shot, really.
I made it.
Almost having the lead, but he could taste the win, but now he's going to fight for it with probably 12 or 13 to go
We're
here.
in the field again, don't it?
I am trying real hard to make sure you guys don't have to extend it.
You should be good, Jordan. Oh my god, there's a bunch of race cars. I mean, I've not seen that all race. So what happened? I'm just curious. Shane Har came from the depths. Got Elijah Fisher.
The last Fisher out on track has returned back to the track. We'll see if Live Fisher can get caught up here.
Oh, it's opposite. Yeah, gotcha.
Should be able to make it back. It doesn't spin. See the 84.
Probably gonna have to extend it for Elijah.
Can't. One free pass at the end of the road.
Oh, okay.
You'll make it. Hey, wouldn't Jordan start behind me even though I'm a lap car?
No, that's not what it's telling me.
That's what iRacing says. It's where he's supposed to be.
Okay, I couldn't remember if y'all had it differently or not. I thought.
I'm greatly offended. I think it's fine.
4 should be caught up by the time we get back to the start finish line, so we should be going green this time here.
You can't extend it for me anyway.
That being said, we'll restart here with 11 to go. Jesse Glover has retired from the race. He joins Shane Har in the garage.
Good work, Elijah. I didn't even think you were gonna get back here.
I just had left it a little earlier than I wanted to.
There.
Yeah.
It'll be the first restart of the day. It brings in 7 drivers with an opportunity to steal this win, or to get a win. 6 drivers to steal it from Colton Ward.
Green flag, green flag.
We're rolling. The 42 did not get going. Down into turn number 1. New leader for the first time. 94 locks the brakes up. Ward trying to get back up there. Not able to do it. Oh!
Caught?
And Justin Millicar is in it. Not how he wants to see his race in.
I did everything right.
Well, buddy, that's racing. Apologize for that. Jammed in the first gear. My bad.
So back and see what happened here. Hauser gets loose. Gets a piece of the 4. Where it happened.
So it began.
Yeah, so the 43 gets loose. The 4 does get a piece of that. 48 nowhere to go. It's in the worst spot, the S's. Yeah, Mike just gets there a little high, higher than where I believe most drivers have been, and just hard.
I can't believe it went green at the beginning of the restart though.
Mike Hauser, significant damage done to his car.
Oh, that was out of nowhere for me. Oh.
Wait, is it go on green or go on leader? I didn't even go when it fucking said green.
Language over the radio, please.
What?
Go on leader, but if you don't go at a certain point, it'll throw it.
All right, we're back. Well,
Look at what he did! Aggressive goes around!
some of the drivers having fun over the radio. That's the great thing about the Inspired Racing League. Well,
The
Inspired Racing League.
wheel!
This is one of the great things about the Raging Idiot Racing Network. You get all access to drivers' calls. We pressure them to not say any profanity over the radio. Sometimes it does slip. We apologize in advance. But yeah, a lot of them. With that being said, we'll get Justin Millicar. Justin Millicar, Gary Jenkins, got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got it.
Well, tough night tonight. What happened for your perspective with the incident?
Well, brother, I'm just trying to go right when I'm supposed to go left, you know. I don't know how to go right. And all of a sudden, 43, Richard Petty style, spinning out in front of me. I don't know what happened. And, he Talladega Nights it and full throttled it. I don't know. I thought he was going to lock him up, slide up into the wall. He full throttled it, drifting in around the corner, came down into me. So I don't know how that works, but not too happy, man. I was just running my race, never ran road in my entire life. And was running P8, wanted another caution, but not for me. And it ended up being me.
Yeah. We understand, buddy. Don't feel bad, though. You got one more race to go where you are the points leader going into that race after the conclusion of this race. Best of luck. We hope to talk to you again for the end of the night. Justin Millicar, obviously upset.
We're back.
Hold on, I don't know who just joined up in. Oh, okay, there you are. Justin Millicar's back.
Yeah, my Discord crashed.
I just sent you back down to. I just sent you back to the Chevrolet chat.
Have fun up here, brother. I'll see you.
All right, buddy. We'll see you. We'll see you in the next one. Justin Millicar, everybody.
Just a warning, Boger. I'm going to brake early into the first corner.
Your conversation for Jordan Jornos. He is the second highest climb driver tonight, gaining +5 from where he started. Back in 10th.
Sounds about right.
All right. Strap down the TV, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's gonna be a wild 7 laps. Hopefully we can get them done in the green and declare a winner instead of pacing around. Under caution after a 3-car incident involving the 48 and the 43 in the S's. The 4 of Elijah Fisher apparently did not get much damage out of that whole incident. He is back up in 6. Mike Hauser having to serve the EOL penalty.
The pace car drives over the curbing there. That's kind of funny.
For being the initial
Taking the
cause
race
of the
line,
incident
trying to go
for
fast.
spinning through the S's.
You've got a very specific lap record for that.
Coming to it. 7 laps to go. When we get to the line. 94 out front. Colton Ward has dominated this race tonight. He is trying to get back to the lead and go 2 in a row. We're rolling. A good restart. About a 94. You look at the chopper cam. Clean through the S's, heading off the curb just a little bit. The 94 scoots away. As Jorno's around. Those cautions out again. Jorno's around. Urgent yellow being called
Sorry,
by
guys,
the
that's
admins.
on me. Elijah was below me, it got tight, and it never stopped going towards the wall. I'm sorry.
So Jorno takes responsibility for that incident. We're going to look at it. Oh, he slammed the
torn down the backstretch like a bald eagle. You guys want to throw a caution.
Okay, Cannon black flag. Not sure why. Oh boy. Jesus and That beautiful Sitco car ain't much left for it now.
I was zooming instead of zagging.
That damn sucks. Bailey got any contact from that, missed it. Still got a drive through because of insert points.
Take another look at it here.
Check up on the S's, check up on
City 84 does
Can
go
you see
around.
how it's choosing to go green on flat tail? I see it now. I'm pretty sure I know this answer, but it's a green flag drive too. Correct. I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I just want to confirm it.
correct.
We're going to take a quick break here with 5 laps to go.
Sorry again, guys. I literally got on the brakes and everything, and it just hit the wall anyway.
We're back live from Watkins Glen after a incident through the S's. Takes
The
out.
car's definitely reminded me of what I did. Thumping noise every 3 seconds.
Michael Boger is at the race because of that incident.
I'm the last Toyota. No.
Speaking of Toyotas, let's see how they're running. Toyota out front, followed by 2 Chevrolets, 3 Fords, another 2 Chevrolets. Michael Boger out of the race right now, scored in 9th. It will update here. AJ Thompson in 10th, Justin Millicar in 11th. They will be right now. Just
bottom, AJ come through.
right now, Justin Millicar. What happened?
Yay, I get to be 3 laps down.
Okay, there's a massive lag spot in my side. Look at him. Apologize if there's any interruptions there, folks, but back there running. Justin Millicar is in 11th and is out of the race as 7 cars remain in contention for the win. See Jordan Jorno back on track. We'll restart. This was 4 to go. I'm gonna hope to get through the S's cleanly. If not, we will be going to overtime. If overtime happens, a caution will end it. Or if they get back around to the white flag will end it. Excuse me real fast. I got to take care of something real quick. Well, actually I can do it right here. Apologize for that. There we go.
AJ, when you get to me, I'm gonna break in line, and then you can go around and we'll score a party.
Let's get a quick interview here.
Thank you.
Galt Ward, Garrett Jenkins got a copy?
Yep.
Buddy, you've been to class of the field all night up until these last couple of restarts. You got anything for that 94?
Sure hope so. I'm not happy with iRacing. It's choosing to go green.
What you're
I didn't
saying
get
is
to choose.
what you're saying is there's an issue with the software right now.
The restart zone, I guess, is just too far back because it just goes green at the beginning of it.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. And good luck out there.
I'll try my best.
So an issue with the software here. Maybe an issue. We'll get one more interview. Aaron Stanton, Garrett Jenkins.
What's up, Garrett?
Buddy, ain't had a shot to lead all night. Here you are in the closing laps, and you're up there in third. You got anything for him?
Not really, to be honest, but I'm gonna give her hell.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. Aaron Stanton for you.
AJ, you're blinking right now. It should clear up once you get going.
All right.
I'll let you know too after we get there more.
Direct the field. 94-42, 27-12, 543, 984. Drivers with a chance to win it. Kay Cannon does have a black flag, actually, so 7 drivers in contention to win it. Here we go, down in turn number 1. Look at it for the Blimp 94. Big checkup by a lot of them. From the Blimp cam. Down through the S's, everybody appears to be getting through okay so far, knock on wood.
Jordan, you can go low here. I have to pit.
Thanks, man.
Down through the bus stop. There's a 42. Have anything. 2 laps to go coming up in the next couple corners. Coming into the go. Lap time this last lap. 94, lock up again. Yeah, 42, actually 3/10 slower. 42's driving a little angry right now. Says something's up with iRacing in the restart zone, possibly to why he is now chasing down the leader instead of being chased by everybody else through the bus stop. He's all over him. You're right on board the 94. Looking back at the 42. This will be coming to the white flag if there is not a caution. Last 2 turns. Race will be official. 1 lap to go for Watkins Glen. '94, beautiful. Little wide in 1 is going to be able to recover. Down through the S's. Ryan on board with the 42, loose to the S's, but here comes the big run down the long straightaway. Not able to close the gap through the bus stop, or is he? What is it wide through the grass? 42 through the grass. That's going to be a time penalty, black flag. He ain't gonna serve it, not right now. But that hands the lead over to the 94. I'm going to try to pronounce his name right. Off of turn 4. Ethan Saruski will win at Watkins Glen.
Win, Ethan.
And the 42's living. Both of them bastard. Toyota stands victorious at Watkins Glen. Let's get him in here. Ethan, you got a copy?
I know we had a couple cautions at the end, but good race, guys.
Buddy,
Sorry for
you're right there at the front all night. Apparently there's an issue with the restart zone that ultimately gave you the lead. Tell me, how were you able to defend that charge from the 42?
I have no idea. I just sent it in as hard as I could and hoped it stuck.
He
That's
did
really all I can do.
He did the same, buddy. He did the same. He was hard charging. Forgive me for not knowing, but is this your first race in here?
This is actually my second race here, yeah.
Second race here.
One of them.
Well, what a debut. Sort of.
Well, how come you threw it down pit road there?
Yeah, buddy. A lot of drivers were struggling with the track today. Was there any bit of a handling issue, so to speak, going through the race?
I thought it handled pretty well. I thought there was quite a lot of grip, honestly, once it rubbered up. Other than that, yeah, no. Sometimes it would wheel out, but I think it helped really good.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations on your win. Who do you want to thank tonight?
Elijah for putting Elijah for putting together a pretty fun league. This is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun coming on Saturdays and coming racing with y'all. It's definitely did not expect to see this, but I'll take it. Especially at a hometown track too. This is awesome.
Hell yeah, buddy. Congratulations on your win. How do you pronounce your last name for future reference? I've been timid to try to pronounce it the whole broadcast.
Sikorsky. That's the best way you can describe it.
Sikorsky. All right, I came close on the last lap. Congratulations, Ethan, buddy. You're a winner in the Inspired Racing League. Burn it down for us.
Yep.
Get a very probably upset Colton Ward. Garrett Jenkins got a copy.
Yep.
Howdy, I hear the disappointment in your voice. Take us to the last 3 laps, because you were giving her everything she could handle.
Yeah, I mean, really, the mistake was I couldn't see the entry of the bus stop, and I seen the wall, and I said, "Uh-oh."
But it was a dominant performance. You showed that you were the man to beat tonight. Who do you want to thank?
I'll give it to Jess, and we practiced last night for this.
Ain't no wonder you're so fast now. You're already prepared for it, so to speak. I did want to ask a question. Earlier in the race, more or less just asking for my own curiosity, but I'm sure some of the people watching want to know what was 22 laps the most you guys could get out of it? And then the real question is, was it sort of everybody trying to short pit to maybe gain an advantage on you with about 18, 20 laps to go?
Yeah, 22 was about the max. But I don't think like newer tires weren't really much faster because I was hitting my best laps even on older tires. I was just running the same laps the whole time.
I feel you. I feel you, buddy. Look forward to seeing you Monday night. Where hopefully you can get the win there. And
I'll try.
That's Colton Ward, everybody. Dominic Carter Knight finished second. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Get Aaron Stanton in here. Aaron Stanton, Garrett Jenkins.
What's up, Garrett?
Well, yeah, able to hold on to third. Just kind of walk me through the last laps. There was to see Steven got fourth, so evidently somebody was hard charging. Just walk me through the last lap, pretty much, for your perspective.
I just knew I had to beat Steven on the restart. I knew Ethan and Colton were way faster than the rest of us. I don't know what they were doing. I knew that third was probably my best option. So I just knew I had to beat Steven on the restart, and I did. And I think Steven messed up through the S's, if I remember right. If I remember in my mirror. So that pretty much secured it for me. I just knew I had to be consistent there at the end so he couldn't run me back down. But, yeah.
Well, buddy, congratulations on third. Who do you want to thank tonight?
Thank you guys for putting this together, and thank my teammates.
All right, buddy. Aaron Stanton will bring it home in the third position. Appreciate your time, Aaron.
Yep.
Let's get the birthday boy in here. Steven Henning, got a copy?
Yeah, sir.
Buddy, it ain't quite the birthday gift you wanted to give yourself, but just walk me through the last few laps there, the pandemonium with the cautions.
Nah, just I don't know. I'm disappointed and frustrated, and just a lot of emotion right now. I know we probably didn't have the fast car to win, but I knew probably on a restart we'd get a few positions, and just every damn restart it seemed like it just got so loose going into one, and then just we couldn't do anything after that. We were tight in the chicane, and I probably should have taken 4 on that last pit stop, but I took 2, and it shot me in the foot with the overtime, with the cautions there at the end. So sucks. Was hoping for at least P3 near the end there, but just wasn't meant to be. Just mad that got my teammate involved in the last scuffle I got into with the wall there because I got tight and I was off of it as much as I could, and just I don't know. That's frustrating.
Yeah. I understand, buddy. Real fast, who you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, just got to thank family, friends, everybody watching this stream, you for broadcasting it. Just got to say happy birthday to my niece. Most of all, wanted to get it done tonight for her, most of all, but didn't happen. That's racing for you. But yeah, just got to thank everybody for coming out, watching, and letting us put on this show for everybody.
All right, buddy. I understand your frustration tonight. One more question before you head out of here. Earlier in the race, we were watching it through the sector time and the lap times. You were a few times more than what you think you were. You were a little bit faster than the 42. Was just more about trying to execute the track, being the condition it is in the heat outside, or what? Was there anything really that could have helped you get up there to the 42?
I don't honestly know. I know at the start of the run there, we were pretty good with each other. Like, I could catch him and all that good jazz and all that. But it just seemed like after we changed the first set of tires out, it was just everybody was complaining over the radio about the tires. They just felt off. So I guess it was everybody and just not the Ford guys, because everybody in Ford was not complaining, but saying about it. But yeah, just after that, it just was try and do a different strategy to try and just do something different to counterdict everything. But I mean, he was lights out all day. He was fast, so yeah, no, I don't think so. I was executing as much as I could, and still wasn't catching him. And just watching him walk away was something to see.
All right, buddy. Stephen Henning comes in fourth. Happy birthday, by the way, to you and your niece. From everybody
Thank
here
you.
at the Inspired Racing League. We look forward to seeing you Monday night.
Thank you. Yeah, have a good night.
You too. Now, Stephen Henning comes home fourth here tonight. That being said, we'll look at the official results here. I know they've been going across the screen, but Ethan Szorski is your winner tonight. After a dominant performance tonight, Colt Ward will come in second. Eric Stanton comes home third. Stephen Henning fourth, the birthday boy, ends on a good note tonight. Mike Hauser fifth. Jordan Jorno, after being involved in an incident earlier in the race and coming from a lap down to finish sixth. Cade Cannon in seventh. Elijah Fisher eighth. A.J. Thompson ninth. Michael Boger will round out the top 10, finishing 10. Justin Millicar, obviously very frustrated tonight. He will come home 11th. Jesse Glover in 12th, and Shane Harr will finish the race in 13th. With that being said, tonight, for the Inspired Racing League and the Arca Series presented by Inspired Marketing, my name is Garrett Jenkins, and we look forward to seeing you Monday or next Saturday night. Still got the Midnight Racing League to go tonight. Other than that, we look forward to seeing you Monday night on the Southern Racing Network, where Matthew Gall will be calling the Cup race live from Rockingham. With that